Good morning. It's a tremendous pleasure to be here today. First of all, I want to thank Anichis for hosting us this morning, obviously. SN Mall and Cinema also for hosting the film festival this year. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to all of our partners in this festival year after year. This is the 7th year that the U.S. Embassy has participated in this. Goethe Institute, Cervantes Institute, the Austrian and French embassies, the Japan Foundation, Film Development Council of the Philippines, the Philippine Italian Association. I think I got everyone. Thank you. It's always wonderful to do this festival, to join forces with our counterparts and other missions, and pull together programs like this, especially when the programs that are this enjoyable like this festival. The U.S. Embassy this year has decided for the second year in a row to screen a Buster Keaton film. Last year, we screened Buster Keaton's epic, big-budget film, The General. This year, we decided to go back a little bit earlier in his filmography and screen his film, Our Hospitality, which a lot of people consider his first masterpiece. In Our Hospitality, Buster Keaton, of course, is the famous comedic actor, American actor of the silent film era in the United States. In Our Hospitality, Buster Keaton plays Willie McKay, a man who unwittingly gets embroiled in the deadly family feud between the Canefields and his family, the McKays. The plot is a not very subtle parody of the real-life U.S. family feud between the Hatfields and the McCoys. People that are unfamiliar with that, in the 1800s, the Hatfields and McCoys were families from West Virginia and Kentucky that became engaged in a multi-generational family feud that took several lives on both families and has become a feud that in American lexicon is synonymous with intractable conflict. You'll hear Americans often say the Hatfields and McCoys without even knowing the history of the actual feud, but knowing that that means conflict. Of course, Buster Keaton, in his style, approaches this family feud from a satirical, comedic standpoint. He brings to the film all of his signature physical comedy and slapstick, as well as a whole lot of amazing stunt work. He's one of the really cool pieces of trivia about the film, I think, is that the film itself is actually, in some ways, a Buster Keaton family film. The film features 3 generations of Keatons. His father, Joe Keaton, plays the surprisingly limber railroad engineer in the film. His son, Buster Keaton Jr., actually shows up in the opening sequences of the film as the 1-year-old version of Willie McKay. And Buster Keaton's character's love interest in the film, one of the Canefield girls, is actually his wife at the time, Natalie. So a whole group of Keaton family show up in the film. For the scoring of our film this year, again, going with our formula last year that worked so well, we chose another super up-tempo, super high-energy band, the Brass Monkeys. They combine blues, rock, and swing into a genre called jump swing or retro swing. Last year, it was amazing. We had a Buster Keaton film with a high up-tempo, high-energy band. And by the end of the film, we had our audience on their feet, dancing the aisles, applauding for encore performances from the band. I think that's a formula that's going to work the same way again, and very excited to see how it works. I think the Brass Monkeys will also be able to pull the same kind of energy from our viewers this year. So if you're interested in seeing a raucous, high-energy comedy by Buster Keaton with an up-tempo, make-you-want-to-dance band, this is definitely the film to come and watch during this festival. I'm very excited for it. We also have with us here Patrick Palambara. Where's Patrick? He's the manager for the Brass Monkeys, and he can answer further questions about the band and their genre and style and their influences later. So that's it. Thank you.